What is your high school crush doing now? I went home for a weekend about 3 weeks ago. I've been away for 20 years, with visits maybe once every 2 years. I'm married, 2 kids, good life. From what I know about her, she's married, 1 kid and is a teacher. I was shopping at the local grocery store and I saw her. I was flabbergasted. She looked the same as an HS. I however have gained 70 pounds, went bald and have a thick luscious beard. I got nervous. We were amazing friends from the time we were 5 until I left for school at 19. We did a lot of stuff together. I missed an opportunity to say hi in an aisle. I was too nervous. We ended up checking out at separate lanes at the same time. I am sure I was staring at her. She walked by on her way out and I chickened out again. She loaded her bags in her SUV and I loaded mine. I started my truck and drove over to her and rolled down the window and said, "Holly?" She said, "Nope, I'm Robin Whoops." He's married to his high school girlfriend. When I was a sophomore he was a senior and I wrote him a note and asked him out to get coffee. He was so polite about turning me down. Todd, you beautiful man. If you're reading this, hi and thanks for not crushing a 16-year-old to pieces. Watching TV in our room. We reconnected almost 20 years after high school. I'm planning on proposing next month. Hopefully she doesn't know your Reddit username. I was actually thinking about her the other week. She graduated and never got on social media, so I never was able to befriend her on Facebook. None of my friends even remembers her. I describe what she looked like and everything, so I'm thinking she never existed and I'm just crazy. She's married to a guy in the MLB. Before me she dated another guy who made it to the NBA. I'm decent at beer pong and throwing a frisbee though : So, she's hot. She actually published a book last year, finished an MBA, and works in banking outside of that. I assume she's doing pretty well. I'm fairly happy for her, though she kind of spiraled into a I'm very insecure about my life, so I'm going to talk down to you about everything period. I haven't talked to her in any meaningful capacity in a couple of years now, though I hope she's going pretty good. She's working for Nickelodeon on that Pinky Malinky thing. She is a therapist and happily married. Recently found out I was the high school crush of my high school crush. Oh, the chances we don't take. Until you ask, the answer is always number. Prison. I did, however, hook up with him before prison. The only thing better than conjugal visit physical intimacy is fugitive physical intimacy. His dad developed Huntington's and his mom left the family as a result of the strain. Last I heard, he had moved back home to help take care of his dad. He has siblings and I don't know if he or anyone else chose to get tested. She was an exchange student who I was absolutely over the moon for. We had a few dates and I think she was fairly sweet on me, but didn't want to get too involved with someone who would soon be on the other side of the world from her. And I think a little bit of cultural stigma at play as well. Now she's a professional athlete of some note. I think she competes with her national team. Naturally I still have vague notions of us getting back together someday. I'm not sure, but I know he did get a teaching degree, so hopefully he got a good job and is enlightening kids somewhere. I actually went to the same college that he did, and just before he graduated I simply sat down with him and confessed that he had been my crush back in high school. He turned bright red and said he was surprised he was anyone's crush. He was caught up in sports and extra classes and didn't date much. He thanked me and gave me a hug, and somewhere in my head my 16-year-old self shrieked with glee. That is the kindest non-answer I've ever heard. At least you got something nice out of it. She met someone like a decade ago and they've been married for many years now. He's a good dude and I'm happy for her. They are both good people. Great attitude. She's married, 2 kids. I think she's a stay-at-home mom, but I'm not 100% on that. We were best friends from like age 8, lived down the street from each other our whole lives. After HS we fell out of touch, and although I've thought about her from time to time, I never looked her up. About a year ago her mom added me on FB, so I did a little light stalking, saw she was married with kids and left well enough alone. I'm happy for her. She's spiraling out of control due to severe mental health issues. She refuses treatment and shoots on any attempt from anyone to give her advice on how to cope with it. She's afraid of treatment but can't seem to do anything about it on her own. Ironically, she's in school to become a psychologist. He is a high school financial literacy teacher at my daughter's high school. True story, when I was a freshman, he was a senior. He spread word around that he liked me and wanted to hang out. We got to know each other. He asked me to homecoming. I was so excited. We go to homecoming with another couple and this dickwad ditches me at the dance for the girl from the other couple. WHO went with US. It was a setup. The guy was too scared to ask me out, so he had dickwad do it and they set this holy thing up. 2013 or so, dickwad finds me on Facebook, sends a friend request. I accept thinking, man, frick this motherfucking piece of crap. But I wonder what he is up to. A few weeks later, dickwad and another dude we went to school with ask me out for coffee to catch up. The MLM pitch. They didn't want to catch up. They wanted to pitch me their Orwin Woodward cult couples financial freedom pyramid scheme. I was so freaking mad. He got me again. Imagine my surprise when I learned that this piece of human excrement is a freaking financial literacy teacher and his class is required to graduate. I've seen the guy in passing at parent-teacher conferences and holy crap, he is visually massively uncomfortable. I know he knows who I am and he knows what a piece of crap I think he is and that he is a pyramid scheme shill. I cannot wait until parent-teacher conferences in fall of 2020. Like I am counting down. I want him to have to sit across from me in a professional setting and explain his curriculum to me, and I have questions for him about his teachings. TLDR. Turns out he was a huge piece of crap and then he grew up to be a bigger piece of crap. If you're seeing this, frick you, Nick. I just googled her. Yeah, she's still hot. Got back together with him after 38 years apart. We had 8 wonderful years before he died of cancer. He's been gone 3 years now and the loss is still fresh. But I am so glad we had those 8 years. I am so sorry for your loss, but I am so happy that you two found each other again, albeit for such a short time. I'm sure that you made those last 8 years of his life memorable and amazing and that he loved you immensely. He stopped smoking toker all day, became a graphic designer in a decent firm and got engaged with an amazing woman. We're all great friends now. Divorced after cheating on his ex-wife and trying to wiggle his way into my life. No thanks. She's a CrossFit bodybuilder now. I am struggling to go to the gym once a week. Hopefully signing the LPOA to transfer the title on my car we own together. Blonde, married a Hispanic guy, has with 3 kids, happy. I'm a Hispanic guy, married a blonde but no kids, yet, and also happy. Guess we were each other's type but didn't click. My high school crush is my late husband. That was really hard to type yet therapeutic. My college crush is my late husband. 18 years together, and until I was reading this thread, it hadn't occurred to me that he was my crush. We just were. That makes me sad. She's sleeping with frisky boys. Married, expecting her second kid. Safe to say she did better with romance than I did. He's living with his boyfriend on the coast of California. No, I didn't know he was gay. Same here, but he's in Chicago now. Weird how things work out. These days, she spends most of her time in her grave. She came out as a lesbian and started dating my best friend. I have since come out as gay, so we're all just friends now. Life finds a way. Sadly, she passed away years ago. He's on a snowboard trip with our 11-year-old daughter. Damn, I guess they just cut out the third wheel. Married to me. 5 kids from 5 different guys. You dodged that bullet. She's married, but we recently met up a couple years ago, which was 9 years after graduation, and we slept together. It brought some insane feelings back. I think it did for her too. Several months after that, she told me she was getting married in an almost apologetic email. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to say, so I congratulated her and told her I was happy for her. She's the one that got away twice. Make this a ritual. Every 9 years, meet up, hook up, go back to life. On the 3rd cycle, have a notebook like romance and live happily ever after. She sent me a Facebook message recently when I updated my relationship status with my current girlfriend saying she's like me since high school. We're 25 now. I haven't lived in my hometown in 3 years and I'm in a very happy relationship now. Maybe you should have told me this when I was really into you and we went to school together. But what do I know? Obviously break up with current GF to go out with a girl who liked you back in high school and didn't decide to tell you till 7 years after you graduated. The one from the first half of HS is an actress in Nick and engaged to a British guy. The one from the latter half is an actress in Chicago, is British herself and is dating some guy with one eye who likes to surf Reddit. We reconnected after college and pulled the whole rom-com I had a huge crush on you, I didn't know you had one on me too thing. We've been officially together for almost 3 years now and she's the best thing in my life. He's married, had 2 fabulous kids. Him and his wife own a ranch where it looks gorgeous. I'm divorced, unemployed, trying to restart my life in my mid-40s and it's hard. Just remember you're only seeing the highlight reel of his life. Hang in there. I think he's married to his high school sweetheart. Meanwhile I just choked on a Dorito. If it makes you feel any better, I divorced my high school sweetheart, and I wish I had some Doritos. Married to me. 10 years after HS we found each other again and had babies and stuff. Real life teen girl fantasy right here. But he leaves his socks in the floor like any other dude. Been together for 14 years. We're old. In a long-term relationship with her girlfriend. I'm a guy. And no, she isn't remotely bi. We're still on good terms. She was lying to herself more than she was lying to me. I'll never forget what it was like when I got my second girlfriend and thought, oh, so this is what making out feels like when your girlfriend is actually attracted to you. This is great. My first girlfriend is currently working a job that allows her to cut up corpses for minimum wage. It's a work-study job for our university and many other options were available. I work at work-study job. I shelve books in the library. She's a fun girl. A louser is a weird way of phrasing it. Like, that's not really the point of the job, but she bugged them about it so much they gave in and let her do it. Getting a divorce unfortunately. He married a really nice woman. It appeared anyway. Adopted her son. Then had a child with her. And now they are getting divorced 2 years later. I'm pretty sad for him. He was a nice dude and one of my really good friends. We share a lot of friends in common. So we are all pretty upset for him. He is being completely blindsided. Dating a guy who looks an uncomfortable amount like me. It sucks. Transitioning female to male. Did not expect. One went on to be a professional photographer. The other one I still my best friend to this day. I'm 80% sure she's grooming me to be someone she can eventually be with. I know it sounds odd but over the years she's taught me how to kiss the way she likes. All her little spots she likes being touched. How to wash and fold her clothes. And how to make all of her favorite foods. Either that or she's prepping me to be a useful slave in the future. You've been visited by the cool dude's dog. You will be blessed with coolness if you comment, catch a wave papa. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.